Hey guys, it's me, Melissa Marie. I look a little rough right now. I just came back from doing some low intensity, steady state cardio at the gym. So basically all I did was the treadmill. Did it for 2 miles. I went on an incline on the second mile. Just trying to slowly get back into my routine because I've noticed that I have put some weight on. I had an incident that derailed me very slightly, so I'm not gonna let that stop things and I'm gonna keep going. So I'm about to go home now. I just got some more water. I want to get back drinking to my gallon of water a day. And I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do a little coffee drink trick with this. I've seen someone do it. I want to try it. But anyway, before I do that, I'm gonna do a couple like real quick sets of some squats and that's it. So let's go. So guys, I just had my, well, I'm still drinking it now. Hold on 1 second. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about getting back into the swing of things because I was consistent. I worked out for 3 or more days every week from October to October. Well, from October to September. So I almost hit the year mark and then I had an incident and I couldn't work out for a while. So it was fine at first. Like, obviously I was just dealing with the issues. I took my time, tried to make sure I was still eating right because nutrition is kind of like, it's just as important as you putting time in to work out. So I tried to stay on that. But even with that, and then even trying to get back slowly, just because I did have the concussion, I wanted to take my time gradually. And I still was putting on weight. So I noticed like this scale went up about 5 pounds, but I don't care about this scale. I use the scale for tracking purposes, but the scale never really bothered me because I've been heavy my entire life. I'm 5'3", and right now I'm like 152. But majority of my life, I was like 160, and I just felt like this is good. You know, I'm a thick girl, shapely, and there's nothing wrong with 160. Plus I was like athletic and I used to run, so you have more muscle, so muscle is heavy, so I figured that was why. So even now I don't have an issue with the scale, with that number. The problem for me is that I'm starting to get some of my chichos again, my love handles, my stomach. Anyway, I just rambled on really long, and that's really not what I wanted to just talk about. I wanted to talk about, regardless of what your goals are, regardless of where you are in your journey, whether you're just about to get started or you went off track and you're trying to get back on track and it's challenging. That's where I am now. It was kind of hard to like get back into the groove after not being in the groove and after going through a form of recovery in different ways. It's hard to just jump back into, well, I'm gonna do this again. There's certain things that I used to do that at the moment I'm not doing for personal reasons. Like I used to walk in the park all the time. Loved walking in the park. Did my 2 miles in the park. I don't feel as comfortable doing that anymore, so now I'm doing it at the gym on the treadmill. But it's harder for me to get to the gym. It's harder in terms of motivation for me to wake up, prepare enough time in my day to get to the gym. The gym is a little further, so it does take more strategic planning. The park is really close. I can say use a 10-minute window and say, yeah, I think I'm gonna walk. Go to the park, walk, and come back, and it's so quick. So there are those little hurdles. And I think the biggest part of any type of fitness program or in your life is to have a routine and is to have a little bit of ahead planning, because that's the most success, especially when it comes to eating. So that's where I am now. The way for me that I got back motivated, one was to just, again, give myself the small things that I knew that helped me. Walking helped me, drinking water helped me, and having 3 set days helped me. So for me, it's just easy. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Today is actually Saturday, ironically. But I said, you know what? No better day than to walk at the gym, because I have a little bit more leisure time on Saturdays to do that. You know, during Monday through Friday, I work. So it's harder for me to orchestrate getting to the gym to do that. But I still do my little stabilization workouts. I'll link one below that I've been doing at home. And I just started picking up the weights again. Like you saw, I did some squats. But, and actually was it Friday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I actually followed one of my old workout routines, and I'll link that one below too. And I was like struggling to get through it, but I said, this is good that I have these out here. I have an entire playlist of my fitness journey and the things that I used to do. And I'm going to start following those things again as well, because I just need to get back into it. And so that's the main thing I would say. Start where you can. Start where you know you can maintain. For me, walking and drinking a gallon of water, I can maintain that. Getting to the gym, I do have to orchestrate that, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice to do it so I can walk on the treadmill. And then, so those are the first 2 things. Do something, select something that you know you can, it's not that challenging, it's not that, what's the word? It's not that intimidating. Choose, for me, walking and drinking water are 2 things that I can do that are not that intimidating to get back on track, and it's a start. The other most important thing is tracking your calories. Now, I know it seems annoying, but there are several apps that help you track your calories. And the reason why I like doing that is because I still kind of eat the things that I want to eat. So like, I'm not going to front. I like coquito, and it's coming around that season. And I know I just kind of learned how to make it. I'm not great at it, but coquito it's a lot of calories. You have sweet milk, like condensed milk in it. You have the coconut milks in it, like the sweet one and the other one, and evaporated milk, and you got alcohol in it too. So it's just a lot of calories, but it's a drink, a holiday drink that I really enjoy. So I make room in my little window to have that. Now, that's probably not the best advice. I know my boyfriend would kill me for saying that, because he just feels like once you kind of get on track, there's certain things that you should just, at least for the first couple of weeks, just get your body in a regular, consistent track of the calories you're supposed to eat. Don't really add any extra sugars. Don't add the alcohol. Don't add that stuff. Kind of get where you need to be. And then when you want to start cheating here and there, you could do it. That is my goal ultimately. But it just so happens it's almost Thanksgiving. It's just a holiday time. So for me, it's just like, I'm going to figure out how I can do what I'm going to do. And the reason why I say this is because when you put it in those apps, in those calorie counting apps, I use MyFitnessPal. When you use those apps, you don't have to think, like for me, I'm big on having a fairly healthy breakfast, and you put it in, you see how many calories you have left for the day. That should tell you right there, okay, this is how much I have left. I think I might want to just have a glass of, coquito with my dinner, or a glass of wine, or just, it's what your thing is, because it may not even be a beverage. It could be, but I really want to just have 2 Oreos today, or whatever you want to have. So you make, room for that, as you need to. This is probably not the best advice in the world, but for me, it's when you're getting back on track. Sometimes if I just eliminate everything, it's intimidating. I don't even want to start. So this is how I start. So putting the calories in my food in my tracker, it's counting my calories for me. So now I know where I am in the day, and now I can make adjustments. The app will calculate for you like how many calories you should be eating. It goes like, you put your weight in, you put how active you are, and you put what your goal is. Like, do you want to lose a pound a week, or what your goal is in that way, and also what your goal weight loss wise is, like what the number you want to hit on the scale. So the apps are very, very helpful in that way. It takes out the thinking, and after a while you kind of get used to it. Like, well, I know if I eat this, it's going to add this many calories or whatever. And that way it takes you don't have to stress yourself. It's like, oh, I can't eat this and I'm overwhelmed. It's like you can monitor what you're eating, and you can shift and make choices that'll help you to stay under your calorie, in your calorie deficit. And naturally you're going to start to lose weight. And then if you couple that with adding 3 days, if you can't do 3, add 2 days where you are physically active, you're doing workouts, for 20, 30 minutes, maybe, if you can. Even if you can't do that, do 15. Whatever you can start that's going to be sustainable, because I guarantee you, once you get in a routine, it will be easier to start increasing and making little changes, and you're going to start feeling better. And it's just a domino effect of great things once you get started. Sometimes they say the hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is getting started. And enough of this yapping. I'm about to relax and I'm going to get ready. My sister is having a little gathering today, so I hope this made sense. I really hope it made sense. All right, guys, so that's going to be all for this video. I got ready. I'm heading down to my sister's and spend time with my family. So, as always, thank you so much for watching.